Babies come into the world ready to learn language, but certain conditions are critical for language to develop as it should. Just as a house needs a solid foundation to support the walls and roof, an infant's brain needs a solid foundation to support healthy development. Positive interactions between an infant and their caregiver shape the developing brain. Did you know that infants should be saying their first words between 9 and 15 months and are expected to be saying at least 20 words by 18 months? When caregivers interact with infants, they can make a significant difference to a child's development. What are the interactions that matter the most? Positioning matters. The best position is face-to-face. Being face-to-face allows you to see how your infant is feeling and reacting. Being face-to-face allows an infant to learn from your facial cues. Follow your infant's lead. Take a few seconds to observe your infant. Wait and watch closely. Notice subtle movements, sounds, changes in body position, or facial expression that may be sending you a message. When your infant takes a turn, think of this turn as a serve. When your infant serves, it's important to return the serve by copying what was said or done. If your infant coos, ah, ooh, ee, coo back, and wait by leaning forward with a smile to invite your infant to coo again.
You're looking at Mom? What else are you gonna say? Your turn. Wow! That was a hard one for Mommy to copy. That was a hard one. Ba, ba, ba. Yes, good job, buddy. Ba, 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 ba. Yes. Ba, 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 ba. Yeah, ba, ba, ba.
Wait. Waiting is a powerful strategy because it gives your infant an opportunity to take a turn. Turns matter. Depending on your infant's age and developmental level, a turn could be anything from a smile, a body wiggle, legs kicking, a sound, a gesture, or even a word. Serve and return is a key strategy for building a strong brain and your infant's communication skills. Talking matters. Research has shown that the more parents talked with their infant, the more words they knew and used later. The quality of the interaction was also very important. Talk during daily routines such as dressing, changing diapers, bathing, grocery shopping, and so on. Use parentese. Parentese means speaking with your infant using a higher pitch, a slower pace, and pausing so your infant can take a turn.
You're so strong. Look at you go. You're 6 months old and sitting up. Look at you. Yeah,
Research tells us that infants across the world prefer this type of speech. Parentese makes learning language easier and is observed across cultures. Know that you are helping your infant learn language by using parentese. Gestures matter. An infant should use gestures before they speak. In fact, infants should use 16 gestures by 16 months. Gestures are an important part of communication. Natural gestures you are likely to observe are arms up to indicate that your infant would like to be picked up, or waving goodbye to grandma, or pointing to a favorite toy, thing, or person. To help your infant use gestures, use them yourself. For example, when you're leaving grandma's house, model waving while saying bye-bye. It's critical that your gestures are always accompanied by the verbal word. Gestures are also key to building your infant's understanding of language. For more information about gestures, please visit firstwordsproject.com. Another way to model gestures is to do action songs together, like Roly-Poly, The Wheels on the Bus, or If You're Happy and You Know It. Pick 3 action songs that you like and have fun. Action songs are great because they are very repetitive. Repetition helps infants learn. The more familiar your infant becomes with an action song, the easier it will be for your infant to take a turn. Pause, lean forward, and wait with an expectant smile to encourage your infant to take a turn.
Zoom, 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 we're going to the moon. Zoom, 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 we're going to the moon. If you want to take a trip, climb aboard my rocket ship. Zoom, 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 we're going to the moon. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, blast off!
Watch how Jenna pauses to encourage Levi to fill in the blanks with words.
Rock-a-bye
Baby,
on the tree.
okay,
When the wind,
ball,
the cradle will
fall,
rock. When the bough breaks, the cradle will,
fall,
and down will come
baby,
cradle and
ow,
Remember that the turn your infant takes depends on their age and developmental level. Social games and nursery rhymes matter. Infants are attracted to the rhythmic patterns in social games and nursery rhymes. Social games are games you play without toys, like peekaboo, round and round the garden, and patty cake, and so on. Because infants enjoy familiarity, choose 3 favorites. Just like action songs, social games, and nursery rhymes are great ways to interact and take turns with your infant. Looking for ideas? Please visit Empower Simcoe's website and download the Early Literacy Booklet for Infants. This booklet is full of action songs and nursery rhymes. Books matter. Reading aloud is the single most important thing you can do to help your child prepare for reading and learning. It's never too early. Research tells us that reading aloud has benefits such as expanding a child's vocabulary, increasing a child's attention span, and promoting healthy brain development. Allow your infant to explore the books. Chewing and exploring books is normal. Choose board books that will survive exploration. Observe what your infant is looking at, comment on the pictures, and don't feel pressured to read the words in the book or even to finish it. As your older infant becomes more familiar with the book, remember to pause or leave off the last word in a sentence and see if he will fill in the blank. Aim to read aloud for at least 15 minutes a day. Feel free to break this up into smaller periods of time. For a list of favorite books for infants, please visit earlyintervention.simcoe.ca and click on Printable Resources and scroll down to Favorite Books. And don't forget to visit your local library, as this is a wonderful outing for both you and your infant. People matter. Despite the fact that screen time has become a constant in our adult lives, children under 2 do not benefit from it. Infants learn language by being socially engaged, not by watching screens. Multiple organizations, including the Canadian Pediatric Society and the World Health Organization, recommend that screen time be discouraged for children under 2. The exception to this rule is video chatting, given its more interactive nature. Because infants learn best through face-to-face, quality interactions, parents and caregivers should be mindful of their own screen use. For those of you living or working with infants who have started to communicate by using gesture or making word approximations, we have some specific strategies we would like to suggest. Interpreting matters. Interpreting means guessing what your child is trying to say and putting it into words. When you interpret, you say what your child would say if they had the words. For example, if your child points outside, you could then interpret by saying, outside. You want to go outside. Outside? Or while reading a book together, if your child looks at the picture of the dog and says, duh, you could then interpret by saying, dog. Yes, that is a dog. The dog says, woof. Commenting matters. Commenting means describing what you or your child are doing or seeing.
Brielle, yummy apple. Apple. A big bite. Take a big bite. Oh, so big. Mmm. Apple. Yummy, yummy. Big bite. Mmm.
Avoid the temptation to ask a lot of questions. Commenting is important for building your child's understanding and use of words. Keep in mind that learning language takes time. To quote Dr. Jean Clinton, a renowned speaker and advocate for children's issues, relationships, not things, build brighter brains. So, get face-to-face, watch your infant's cues, return their serves, take turns. Sing, play, gesture, talk, and read together. We hope you enjoyed this module. For information on the next stage of language development, look for our next module called From Words to Sentences. If you have any questions or concerns about how your child is developing, please contact RVH Children's Development Services at 705-739-5696 or 1-800-675-1979. Thanks for watching.